No, you cannot call it objective reporting if you're literally glowing with self-righteousness.
It's not righteousness. It's radiance. There's a difference.
Oh, please. You leak divine bias like a broken sensor. You even edited my headline last cycle.
Your headline was Fiends Doing What Fiends Do. Heroic, honestly.
Catchy, wasn't it?
It was libelous and grammatically incorrect.
2 crimes I'm deeply proud of.
Good cycle listeners of all alignments and questionable morals. You're tuned to the Outlands frequency, the only broadcast that reaches both the top of the spire and the bottom of the abyss, assuming you've got the right antenna and no sense of self-preservation. I'm Vox, your radiant voice of reason.
And I'm Vox, the voice of reason's disappointed older sibling. We're back with more plainer headlines, gossip, and existential dread brought to you by Fate's Inevitable Spiral. Also by our sponsor, SensorTech, aromatics for every moral alignment.
Smite by the Sea, my favorite. Anyway, let's start with Faunal. Reports are pouring in, mostly from survivors, about a group calling themselves the Blank Slates.
Blank slates. The ones with no past, no chill, and apparently no hesitation when it comes to hurling poachers straight into the beastlands.
A creative solution. You can't poach what's already hunting you.
Sure, but now the 3 packs of Faunal have united for the first time in, a long time. Congratulations, adventurers. You've accidentally accomplished what centuries of druids and diplomats could not.
Unity through chaos. A very Outland sort of miracle. The Light Caller of Ecstasy has even publicly recognized them, calling them the blank slates who write news stories.
Translation: they're useful. For now.
Meanwhile, less harmonious news from Regus, where a fiendish raid is underway. Commanders are calling it a strategic incursion. Everyone else calls it Tuesday.
Our sources say the infernal legions are testing the walls of Regus again. Though between you and me, they'd stand a better chance if they stopped arguing about whose banner looks more intimidating.
The Celestial Council has, of course, condemned violence.
Naturally. They love condemning things. It's their cardio.
Meanwhile, in Glorium, the waters have turned treacherous, literally. The fjords are reportedly lashing out at fishermen and sailors alike. Witnesses describe currents with opinions.
My favorite kind. Authorities blame elemental interference, though some claim it's the will of the river gods.
Or perhaps the result of mortals forgetting that respect is the first rule of any voyage.
Respect's overrated. Try bribery. Works on river gods and tax collectors.
For those seeking something less apocalyptic, tickets are still available for the infamous Philnicius Bombo's Mask and Mirage Gala in Sylvania.
Ah yes, Bombo. Half genius, half hazard, all glitter. Guests are required to wear masks enchanted to show their true emotions, which, statistically speaking, will be shame and confusion.
A perfect metaphor for Sylvania itself. Speaking of masks and confusion, word from Sigil itself, the ever-enigmatic Shmeshka the Marauder hosted a welcome soiree at the Fortune's Wheel this week.
Ah, Shmeshka, the only Arcanoloth who makes extortion sound like flirtation. Whom was she welcoming this time?
That's the intriguing part. Witnesses describe a band of adventurers, 5 or 6 of them, who looked oddly familiar.
Familiar how?
Reports vary. Some say they were the blank slates. Others insist they were perfect doubles. Down to the voices, the weapons, the nervous twitching.
So either Shmeshka found herself a mirror image of the multiverse's newest celebrities, or she's playing games with reflections again.
And when Shmeshka plays, everyone else pays.
Delightful. Nothing says Sigil hospitality like being toasted by your own doppelgangers. And now, a word from our unpaid sponsor. Alignment Athletics proudly presents the bicentennial baseball game of the Outlands, Law versus Chaos. Good versus evil. Come see teams from every alignment take the field beneath the spire, where magic fizzles and tempers flare.
Training's already begun around the base of the spire. No magic, no cheating, just pure, unfiltered rivalry.
I'm betting on chaos. Rules are hard.
But so is teamwork, my infernal friend.
Exactly. That's why it's funny.
That's all for the Outlands frequency. Whether you're crawling through Regis or dancing through Sylvania, remember, the planes are always listening.
And judging. Usually harshly.
Until next cycle, keep your conscience clear.
And your wits about you.
This is Vox,
And Vox.
signing off.